Picking these games logically is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my prediction video for week 3. Been pretty consistent with these, so for sure we're going to do power rankings and then prediction videos every week. And then maybe if the Niners piss me off enough, we'll do something talking about them. They're getting close. They're getting pretty damn close. But you know, it's only week. It was only week 2. Time to relax. But anyways, last week in my predictions, I went a horrible 9-7. That was bad. But let's hope we can do better this week, and let's get right into these games. Now, kicking us off this week on Thursday Night Football, we got the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. Crazy how the Patriots have actually had 2 really competitive games when I honestly thought they were going to be on the level of Carolina. More on Carolina in a minute. But this should be actually a pretty decent game. The Patriots have a really good defense. Their offense is their offense, but their defense keeps them alive in games. I mean, they went into overtime with Seattle last week, and I thought they could have pulled off the upset, but unfortunately they did not, and they let the Seahawks go 2-0, but neither here nor there. But this week I got the Jets bouncing even more back and getting another win, so putting the record at 2-1. Rodgers looks a little bit slower, but you know what? It's perfectly fine considering the injury he had last year. It looks like they're starting to click a little bit on offense, so give me the New York Jets to win this game. Now for our first game on the Sunday slate, we got the New York Jets versus the Cleveland Browns. Whoever's going to watch this game from start to finish, you are a true fan because this looks like a boring game. But let's keep it short and simple. The Browns are going to win it. The Jets are on a generational tank streak. I mean, poor poor Giants, man. Last week they scored 3 touchdowns, had no kicker, so they couldn't make no extra points. Did not give up a single touchdown and still lost. That is insane. That is the definition of a cursed franchise. And I know a thing or two about cursed franchise. But give me the Cleveland Browns to win. Deshaun Watson continues his horrible play, but they still do enough to win. That defense is just going to keep the Browns alive all season. And then we got following that the Chicago Bears versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now they're kind of in similar situations. Chicago's trying to get Caleb Williams accustomed to the NFL, and Caleb is a good quarterback. Like, people need to pump the brakes on saying he's bad, mistake, this and that. He's a first-year quarterback in the NFL, the number 1 draft pick. The Bears put a really good team around him. Now he just has to execute, which I honestly knew that the first few games were going to be rough because he has to get used to a quarterback play. He's not playing college defenses, and Caleb Williams is still attempting to do some of his college stuff against professional teams. But I'm pretty sure he'll get that out of his system eventually. They put up a really good fight against the Houston Texans last week. And then on to the Colts with Anthony Richardson. He is good, but does some stupid plays like hero ball stuff, like really, really bad. And it's starting to realize the Colts need to like kind of reel him in a little and make sure he doesn't run out there and go headfirst into a wall because we need Anthony Richardson to stay healthy for football's sake. But this matchup should be actually pretty interesting because it's a battle of 2 young quarterbacks, a project quarterback in Anthony Richardson, and a generational talent in Caleb Williams going head-to-head to see who's the better team. Chicago should win this, and that's why I'm picking to win. So give me the Chicago Bears beating the Indianapolis Colts. And let's see if quarterback play improves on both teams because they both have potential studs that they have on the roster. Now we got the Houston Texans versus the Minnesota Vikings. Oh my God. No JJ, no problem. The Vikings have a really good defense, and Sam Darnold is lining up. And I'm starting to think Kyle Shanahan rehabilitates quarterbacks and then sends them on their way because Sam Darnold looks pretty good. Bryce Young, if you need to be rehabilitated, I'm pretty sure Brock Purdy's going to need a new backup next year anyways. But no secret, Minnesota Vikings beat my 49ers, and it was a very, very reality check for my team, but we're not going to talk about my team yet. We're going to talk about the Vikings. They look good. I think Justin Jefferson should be playing. I haven't really seen the injury report, but it looks like he's fine. And then we got the Texans, who are just such a good team. They got a lot of offensive firepower. I honestly thought they should have blew out the Bears last week, but maybe that's more credit to the Bears than it should be a non-credit to the Texans. But in this game, I think Minnesota's going to suffer the first loss because that Houston team is just really good. Defense, offense. They got it all. They basically are probably the Super Bowl favorites aside from the Chiefs. Chiefs. So give me the Houston Texans beating Minnesota in a very good competitive game in my opinion. But we're gonna go with the Texans on this one. Philadelphia versus New Orleans. Now, this game should also be very good. New Orleans, another team like the Vikings, I just popped out of nowhere. Clint Kubiak has turned that offense around. They're scoring points in bunches. Derek Carr looks revived. Dennis Allen, if that's their coach, I think it's Dennis Allen. Seems like a competent head coach, even though we all know he's not. But the team is looking really good, and they have a lot of momentum going on. And that's different from the Eagles, who were feeling really good on Monday night until the very end, where Saquon Barkley drops a pass to ice the game, which you could have ran the ball, or you could have done the play he did. The play call that they did was actually pretty good. I'm not going to say it was a bad play because, you had Saquon out on the flat, hit him, he crossed the first down line, clock keeps going, ice the game. It's over. But I'll see other people's point of view where you could have just ran the ball. Even if you get stuffed, if you immediately make it to the 1 yard line, you're 4th and 1, tush push, first down. But anyways, the Falcons got a lucky bounce, and they executed very well, and they scored a touchdown for the win. And then Jalen Hurts throws a game-losing interception. And so one team feeling really good, one team feeling really bad. Who is it going to affect more? I honestly think the Saints are going to come out and pull off another victory. These Saints are looking very good. Derek Carr is looking like 2016 Derek Carr. And I just think the Eagles are going to fall flat on their face again. And yeah, that's all there is to it. And then the Eagles are going to be wanting Nick Sirianni's head. And good, because that guy has the most punchable, dislikable face I've ever seen in a head coach. So give me the Saints to beat the Eagles in probably a very one-sided game, honestly. The Los Angeles Chargers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two 2-0 teams that I did not expect to be 2-0. This NFL season is drunk, and that is why I went 9-7 last week. We got the Jim Harbaugh-led Chargers, who are just alive. This is like basically the same team that they had last year, just with competent coaching, and just the players have bought into it. They love Harbaugh. You could tell just like they enjoy being around him. They enjoy the leadership he brings to the team. Justin Herbert looks like he loves playing football now. And then you have the Steelers, who I don't even know if it's Justin Fields' resurgence. He just plays so bad offense, but that defense just keeps him alive. It's literally going to be the battle between the Chargers offense and the Steelers defense. Give me the Chargers to win it, though, because I trust Jim Harbaugh a lot more than I trust the Steelers right now, because that play is not great. And I just think the Chargers are going to be able to pile up some points. And shout out to J.K. Dobbins, because you're keeping my fantasy hopes alive, even though I keep losing, but you're keeping it respectable for me. I'm not having a good time. Broncos versus Tampa Bay. Give me Tampa Bay. I don't need to explain it. The Broncos are ass. Tampa Bay. Green Bay versus the Tennessee Titans. Another game that I think, even if Jordan Love was playing, it's going to be, I don't even know why I said it like that. The Packers are going to win it. And the nice thing is Malik Willis is going to get to play against the Tennessee Titans. It's going to be Malik versus Will Levis. The guy they kept over him, and I honestly think it's going to be a Malik revenge game. Give me the Packers to beat the Titans in a very, very cold twist of fate for the Titans. Carolina Panthers versus the Raiders. Can we have a moment of silence for Bryce Young's career and the Panthers as an NFL franchise? Because, my God, the play in Carolina is disgustingly bad. I think Dave Canellis is regretting his decision to even coach that team. I think he's probably like, look, send me back where I came from. I just want to be an offensive coordinator. Because there is nothing positive about the Panthers. It's to the point where you just want to rebrand the team, sell it, rebrand, be something new, because there is nothing good about this franchise right now. The Raiders are going to steamroll them. It's not even going to be close. They're putting Andy Dalton as starting quarterback now, and Bryce Young was running for his dear life out there. So you're putting an old 36-year-old quarterback back there. It's not going to be pretty. Unless he can pull off a win, and maybe it is just Bryce Young. But I just think, looking how Sam Darnold did in Carolina, looking how Baker Mayfield did in Carolina, and looking at them now, this is definitely a Carolina issue. So give me the Raiders. Miami versus Seattle. No Tua Tagovailoa, but the Miami Dolphins should have enough firepower to beat that Seattle team that is not good. I Seattle is not good. They have been playing really bad teams. They played the Broncos, barely got a win with the Broncos. They played the Patriots, went into overtime with the Patriots. The Patriots almost upset them. They are not a good football team. They have been getting some very lucky bounces, and Miami, please, for my sanity, just beat these Seahawks because they're starting to get like their heads like this when in reality all they did was just beat Bo Nix and Jacoby Brissett. Let's be real, not great teams to beat. But give me Miami winning this, whether it's Skylar Thompson, some random guy off the stands, just pass the ball to Tyree, running with Devon Achane. If Raheem Mostert's back, running with him too. Jalen Waddle, you got enough firepower to win this game. So give me the Miami Dolphins. Another team that got upset last week, Detroit Lions, are taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams that had very different weeks. You had Detroit Lions losing a very close game to the Tampa Bay Bucks, and you have the Arizona Cardinals just steamrolling a very injured and broken down Rams team. Kyler Murray looked amazing. Marvin Harrison looked great. Now, how's this going to turn out? The Lions need to win this game because it's a get-right game. They need to bounce back and kind of get the things rolling because all these teams that got upset last week need to be in that situation. They need to be like, okay, we lost a game we shouldn't have lost. Now we got to win because losing games early in the season really does hurt you, especially when it comes to what the Lions are trying to accomplish this year. So give me the Lions beating the Arizona Cardinals, but I think Arizona's a scrappy team this year, and this is starting to worry me a little, man. I'm like, oh, damn. But give me the Lions to win it, and I expect another big game from my Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison. So, yeah, if you have Marvin Harrison on fantasy, continue to start him because he might eat up some points on that Lions secondary. Now, for the Baltimore Ravens versus the Dallas Cowboys. Wow, did Dallas get punched in the mouth so bad last week. It was disgusting. It made me feel better about our loss. I'm just like, dang, we lost to Vikings. I saw the scoring roads. I'm like, what the hell's going on in Dallas? What is going on over there? Alvin Kamara decided to go Super Saiyan, just destroy Dallas. Michael Jackson. Derek Carr runs in for a quarterback sneak touchdown, does a little Michael Jackson dance on them, and I'm just like, the Cowboys are getting cooked. Could it be a one-off thing, or could it be the Cowboys are who we know they are? We obviously know they are. The Cowboys just or whatever. But Baltimore also 0-2. They were in the AFC Championship game last week, and they are 0-2. This game is a must-win for Baltimore more than it is for the Dallas Cowboys because teams that start off 0-3 almost never make it to the playoffs. And you got to start addressing the elephant in the room. Justin Tucker is missing field goals. He might not be him no more. And that's a very unfortunate thing because Justin Tucker was such a cool guy for such a long time. But, yeah, man. Ravens need to win this, and I'm going to put my money on the Ravens to beat the Dallas Cowboys. But I would not be surprised if the Cowboys win and the Ravens start off 0-3. And that will be insane considering that the AFC North, that was going to be so competitive, is being led by the Steelers. And you got the Bengals and the freaking Ravens 0-2. Not how we expected it, but give me the Ravens to bounce back this week. And now time for the 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. Our home opener in Levi's South is coming. I heard the game's going to be 75% Niner fans already. That is insane. But it's a get-right game for the Niners. If the Niners lose this game, considering how many injuries is on the Rams team, you might want to wrap the season up because something else is going completely wrong for the Niners. But this is the game they should win without McCaffrey, without Debo, just because the Los Angeles Rams are missing two starting linemen. They're missing Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. They have so many injuries on that team that the Niners should get at least 4 sacks and just run up the score. They need to get right. And then Brock Purdy also has a chance to prove. I feel like he doesn't need to prove it, but it's still out there. Can he win without the Avengers? And here's the thing that I saw some people talking about Purdy. Is he a quarterback? I just saw something that really blew my mind. They were saying, is Purdy the quarterback who could lead a comeback win? Motherfucker, did you not watch the playoffs? Some of these things that these media people just say kind of really just grinds me up a little because they're like, can he do this? Can he do that? He did that already. He doesn't need to prove it because he's done it. Maybe prove it without like all your Avengers that you got. Fine. But if I'm going to be a critic and I see Brock Purdy destroy the Rams without CMC and Debo, I'm not going to think negative or more positive about him because it is a very injury-littered Rams team. He should be taking advantage of it. But I'm a big Purdy believer, and I really think he's the quarterback that for us. He is playing a lot of hero ball this year. Like, he's trying to prove critics wrong that he's not a dink and dunk because he did miss some checkdowns. But like I said, it's a get-right game for the Niners. And I know I'm talking a lot about the Niners because that is my team, so whether you like it or not, deal with it. But it's a get-right game for them again. Jordan Mason should run a lot because this Rams defense cannot stop the run. And let's just hope, for my sake, the Niners can steamroll the Rams and we can move on next week to another team. And now for our Sunday night football matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs. Boy, this isn't going to go wrong, is it? Versus the Atlanta Falcons. Who do I think is going to win? It's probably going to be some bullshit and the Chiefs are going to win. But give me the Atlanta Falcons to beat the Chiefs. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the Chiefs, everyone's been getting upset already. So, like, every team that's been a powerhouse has been beaten, and I think the Chiefs are due for theirs. So, give me Kirk Cousins to win another primetime game in Atlanta and beat the Chiefs. And, yeah, that's all there is to it. Beat the damn Chiefs. And this week, we got 2 Monday Night Football games. Let's start with the first one. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Buffalo Bills. Jacksonville 0-2. Looking really bad. Buffalo Bills 2-0. Give me the Buffalo Bills to win this game. I don't need to speak more on it. The Buffalo Bills are just looking very nasty this year in a good way. So I got the Bills beating the brakes off the Jaguars. And you know what? We're not going to even cut. Next up, Washington, Cincinnati. Give me the Bengals to bounce back and get a win this year. Because if they can't get a win over the Washington Commanders, wrap it up. It's over for you guys. Same thing like the Ravens. If they can't get a win, wrap it up. It's over. They have to get this win. But, yeah. Those are my week 3 predictions, everybody. I went 9-7 last week. Let's hopefully this week I do a lot better. And let's just enjoy another week of football. Thank you, guys. My link tree's in the comments description, so you guys can follow me on TikTok. I post a lot on there. If you guys want to follow me on my other social medias, I don't really post a lot on Instagram. I just post stories. And then my X, I post a lot on my X when it's football games. So, yeah. Follow me there if you guys don't. I will see you guys in the next video when we come back and do power rankings, or unless I need to do a video about my team severely disappointing me, because one of those videos is eventually going to come out because there's going to be a point where I'm just like, bruh. All right, guys, that is it. Catch y'all next time.